Today we're here at Comic-Con 2023. It's Saturday, July 22nd, the busiest day of the convention. Today's the day you're gonna see the most cosplay, most people here. It's gonna be amazing. First, we're gonna take a tour outside and take a look at some of the activations. Then we're gonna head into the convention center, check out the showroom floor, see as many of the exhibits as possible, try to meet as many people as we can. Then we're gonna visit some of the adjacent hotels to see some of the exhibition halls that they have off-site. At the end of the day, we'll walk through the Gaslamp District and try to see all the interesting things that are happening out there. All right, let's go. Starting in Coronado, we took the Coronado ferry across the San Diego Bay to the back entrance of the San Diego Convention Center. From the boat, you can see the Hilton Bayfront and some of the activations set up along the Embarcadero behind the convention center. Saturday being the busiest day, as soon as we arrived, there are already people in line, dressed up and having fun. I heard the Animation Domination pop-up here was so popular that people had started lining up at 6 a.m. But even if you're just passing through, there's still plenty of interesting sights and people to see. Next, I went to check out the FX activation. This year was themed after the shows Shogun, A Murder at the End of the World, American Horror Story, and What We Do in the Shadows. I was fortunate to show up right on time for the onstage Shogun battle scene. After the performance, the actors took some time to line up and take pictures. After the performance, I headed towards the front of the convention center. This is usually where you'll see a lot of people wearing cosplay and taking pictures. Heading inside, this is where you're going to see some of the most incredible costumes. Later on in the day, I even stumbled upon a DC Comics meetup where hundreds of people were dressed up as DC comic characters. There was even a marriage proposal, which I'll show in the video pretty soon. I loved the movie Big growing up, so this one cracked me up. One of the best parts of Comic-Con is how people of all ages get together and just act like kids. I thought the Lego Brickbuster video was one of the coolest exhibits, because I grew up playing with Legos and looking forward to renting movies at Blockbuster on the weekends. Those were the days, simpler times. How cool would it have been to have this Hot Wheel track at your house growing up? As usual, Saturday was the busiest day of the convention, and there was lots of activity everywhere you went. But this is also the day when you'll see the most creative cosplay. There's a masquerade ball and costume contest later in the evening, and this is when all the best costume designers show up to show the world what they can do. Next, I headed into Artist Alley, where you'll find some amazing authors, illustrators, and independent artists. This is where you can meet some of your favorite creators, and we even had a cartoon portrait made here. Right next to Artist Alley is Funkville, and this is where you'll find Mondo Comics, Loungefly, and Funko products. This is usually one of the most busy places at the convention, and there's a high demand for exclusive Funko items. It got so busy at some places, the security guards seemed more like traffic directors.
Let's keep walking, please.
It was really cool to see NASA here, inspiring the next generation of engineers, scientists, and astronauts. I even got to meet some brand new characters.
My name is Troth Iceman, and I'm recruiting humans in order so that together we can unite and finally win this war.
This has to be one of the coolest Transformers I've ever seen. These Toynami models are always so realistic. I heard this year many of the vendors offered QR codes that gave you exclusive access to products on their online stores. What do you think about that? Would you rather buy it in person or online? After checking out the exhibit hall, I decided to go upstairs to explore and see what was happening. Upstairs is an autograph area where you can meet your favorite authors, TV personalities, and actors. This is also where you can scan your badge to pick up your Comic-Con bag, lanyard, pin, and program. And I highly recommend picking up the program as soon as you can because it has all the times for all the most important events, panels, and exhibitions. And as useful as the Comic-Con app is, it's always nice to have a physical copy of the schedule. I'm glad I took some time to explore because when I went upstairs, I stumbled upon a DC comic meetup. There were hundreds of people dressed up in amazing costumes, and it was a perfect photo opportunity. And one of the most incredible Comic-Con experiences was witnessing this surprise marriage proposal. But no matter where you go, you'll never find more action than on the showroom floor. Next, I headed outside of the convention to the Marriott next door. Some people might not know, but there are exhibition halls in many of the hotels around the convention center. For example, this is the hospitality suite, and if you have a badge, you can come here to sit down, pick up some free refreshments and snacks. Next door, there was an art exhibit for Junji Ito. And from the patio, you could see down below to the Dragon Ball Z activation on the Embarcadero. Heading downstairs, there were some really cool lounges like the Comic-Con Pinball Lounge. And just next door was the Video Game Lounge. They even have a lounge where you can check out games to play with your friends. This seems like a perfect place to take a break and get off your feet for a little while. And just next door is the official Comic-Con merchandise store where you can pick up exclusive Comic-Con merch that you can't find anywhere else. And just outside is the pool by the Marriott where you can sit down by the bar and enjoy the view. Next, I headed back outside to explore the Gaslamp District. There's a walkway on the north side of the trolley tracks across the street from the convention center, and many of these buildings have activations open to the public. Let's check it out. This pop-up was operated by Whatnot, which I learned was an online auctioneering streaming site. It was interesting to stop by briefly and see some of their streamers doing live auctions. Next door was a pop-up for the video game Tekken. They had models, a DJ, games you could play, a punching bag, face painting. It was pretty cool. This is the area just outside of the convention center that most people associate with the Gaslamp Quarter. During the convention, 5th Avenue is shut down for many blocks, and the whole area is open for pedestrian traffic. It's a perfect place for people who are dressed up or others who are just walking through, to meet each other, take pictures, and just have a good time. A short walk down 5th Avenue was the Paramount Lodge activation. And these are some of the bikes from the Haunted Mansion. Even if you don't have a badge, this is still a great place to visit, to meet people, and see some of the amazing costumes. It was incredible seeing all these people together just having a good time. It was getting close to closing time, so I went back inside to take one more lap and see what else there was to see. Here's the Nickelodeon booth where they built a life-size Good Burger. And walking around, I had a chance to really enjoy the artwork. When people think of Comic-Con, they often think of the large Hollywood studios and big brands. It's really the small businesses, dealers, or artists that are the foundation of Comic-Con. And of course, it's the people, their creativity, the amazing costumes, and the culture that make Comic-Con what it is. After walking about 8 miles, I figured it's time to get going, so I jumped back on the ferry and headed right back over to Coronado. If you haven't taken the Coronado ferry, I highly recommend it. It's one of the most amazing ways to get back and forth to the convention, and you can park on the Coronado side on the street for free. The trolley cost about $6 for a full day pass, so that's the most economic way. But if you're willing to pay $16 for a round trip boat ride, I'd say that's my favorite way to do it. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please give the video a thumbs up. And for more content about San Diego or Southern California, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. Now to continue the adventure, click here and I'll see you in the next video.